We are back for lovely week 2 of the NFL season. September 17th, I reckon it is. And let's talk about week 1. Last week was week 1. Didn't know what was going to happen. Sure didn't, because my picks flopped. We only hit like 4 out of 14 or 5 out of 14. Not enough to win money. But like I said, it was week 1. Who knows what's going to happen week 1? Week 2, brought to you by this delicious Sprite Zero. Oh yeah. So we're feeling a lot better about what we got going on for week 2. We've seen how these teams play, and let's get into it. First game we're going to call out. Let's get to the notes here. Dun 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 dun. And dun dun dun. NFL Week 2. All right. First things first. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans lost by like 1 point the first week on the road. So this week, the Titans are getting 2.5 points against the LA Chargers. The Chargers are a good team. This is going to be a tough game to win, but the Titans are at home. We got the freight train, Derrick Henry, balling like always. I think the Titans pulled this one off, and especially with the plus 2.5 points at home, the public is also pretty evenly split on this one. You know, we got about 53% of the money on the Titans on the points. We're going with the Titans plus 2.5. Next game is the Packers versus the Atlanta Falcons. The public is 69% on the Falcons. The Falcons, well, let's see what the Falcons did week 1. The Falcons did smack up the Panthers, but that's not the Green Bay Packers. Packers smashed on the Bears on the road. So a new formula over there in Green Bay. We don't have Rodgers, probably luckily speaking, based on the injury of week 1. Sorry, Aaron. But yeah, the Packers put up 38 points. They got Aaron Jones. The Packers are getting 1.5 points. They're getting 1.5 points over Atlanta. And we're going to go easily picking the Green Bay Packers this week. Feeling really good about that one, too. Next up. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts on the road against the Houston Texans. The Texans had a poor performance week 1. What them Texans do? Texans. I think they lost big. Yeah. They got 9 points against the Baltimore Ravens. 9 points to 25. Nothing big from the Texans. The Colts did lose that first matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 31-21. But the Colts showed performance. They scored 21 points against Jacksonville. The Colts have a monster of a quarterback that can run the ball. The Texans ain't ready for this, man. And even though they're at home, they're going downtown. You know the sound. So we're going with the Colts. We're feeling good. Put the Colts on my parlay this week. Colts plus 1 over the H-Town Texans. What's next? Let's talk about the Seahawks going down a little south on the West Coast. No, my bad. I was thinking of the Rams. Seahawks are traveling all the way to Detroit. Ooh, they can't handle that flight, man. Detroit Lions with the upset of the week against the Chiefs. By a point, it counts. Jared Goff is back, baby. He had an off season last year. He is back, and he is ready to fire off. Now, 53% of the money is on the Lions. The Lions are minus 4.5. This is what gets a little scary. Anything above 3 points, 2 points, it gets scary. But Detroit, what? Minus 4.5. That's our pick. Seattle didn't do much the first week. Seattle got smacked on. What did Seattle do the first week? Seattle. 13 at home. 13 points at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Rams pulling the upset. I don't even know why. That was one of my picks that actually came through last week. So we're definitely going with Detroit minus 4.5. Come on, Detroit. Put them points up for us. Next up, we are going to discuss. Let's discuss. I like this matchup. The Bears and the Buccaneers. Everybody thought, because Tom Brady left Tampa Bay, it's over, man. It ain't happening no more. Well, guess what? The Buccaneers went and did this last week. The freaking Buccaneers went on the road, pulled a huge upset on the Minnesota Vikings. That was one of the best plus money lines of the week. And the Bears, really, against the Bears. The Bears got smashed up 38-20 by the Packers at home. So this week, the Bucs are at home, and they're giving up 2.5, lovely little 2.5 points. As long as it's not 3, it's okay with me. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a big hype coming into the home game off a big road win. They're going to be 2-0 after this one, buddy. Buccaneers minus 2.5. Delicious, just like a win. Now, let's talk about the Raiders. All right. The Bills have a huge spread to cover. The Bills, damn good team. Raiders pulled off the win last week against Denver. Though. The Raiders are my team. The Bills lost to the Jets, and Rodgers was out. So that was a wild one on Monday night. Let's just go ahead and say the Las Vegas Raiders are my team. So betting on my team, not favorable. I did bet them week 1. That was one of the only best picks of the week I had. Let's just go ahead and say it. I'm taking the Raiders plus 8 because it's a big spread. This is one I wouldn't put money on if it was me because it's my team. We're still going to rock with the Las Vegas Raiders plus 8. That's a lot of points, man. They could lose by 7 and still win. So, next up, I like this one. The Chiefs are going into Jacksonville to play against the Jaguars. The Jaguars are freaking good, man. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. They got Zay Jones from the Raiders now. They got Cameron Kirk. They've got weapons in Jacksonville. But we're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. They're getting Travis Kelce back, hopefully this week. Got him and Mahomes on my fantasy. So let's root for Kelce coming back. The Chiefs are a dynasty. We took a bad loss on that first week. I just don't see Mahomes going 0-2 to start the season. They have to cover 3. That's football just has to win by 1. They got to cover 4-point win. We are still picking the Kansas City Chiefs on the spread. But when it comes to my money and my parlay this week, I took the Chiefs on the money line, man. I ain't giving up 3 points when it comes to my money. Pick-wise, Kansas City Chiefs, minus 3. Jacksonville's going to put up a battle, though. Kansas City better be ready, man. We got the Ravens going to Cincinnati. The Ravens are getting 3 points after crushing the 9-point spread last week. Why, when the Cincinnati Bengals took a crazy loss? Joe Burrow got paid more than any NFL player in the history of the game. He threw for like 82 yards last week. It was embarrassing. But they are the Cincinnati Bengals. The Ravens have some huge injuries in the defensive section of their team. Like 2-3 of their best players are out. I believe the Ravens with plus 3 makes sense. Injuries can change everything. Defensive players, we really don't focus on. We're going to make a video breaking them down this year. I've not had the time to study it yet. We're going to go with the Ravens plus 3. This is one of my scariest picks of the week. I'd honestly say Burrow's got something to prove, man. He needs to win this game. Based on the performance of week 1, it's easy to say the Ravens. I almost put this game on my parlay and I took it off because it's scary. But with 3 points in a division rivalry, most often I'm going to take those 3 points, picking the Ravens plus 3. Let's see. Let's see about that one. Next up, oh yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. This is the Arizona Cardinals hosting the New York Giants at home. Daniel frickin' Jones. You know, I picked Giants last week, but I can't pick Cowboy games to save my life. In fact, I have a Cowboy curse. So what I did is I picked the Giants, and then when I submitted my selection, I reversed the curse and I went with the Cowboys, and they won 40-0. The Giants put up 0 points. I don't see anything leading me to think the Giants are going to cover a 4-point spread this week. There's nothing in the database. Now, the public is 79% on the Giants. People just don't like the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals last week was another one of my +7 upsets of the week. Everybody was on the Commanders, 90%. Commanders 20, Cardinals 16. Cardinals covered. They did not win, but they covered. This week they're at home getting 4 extra points. I believe the Cardinals is one of the best picks of the week. Let's give it up for one of the best picks of the week. And they are on my 16 parlay this week. Arizona's at home, fired up energy. They got a new coaching staff. They got weapons over there. They got Hopkins over there. They're going to cover the spread with 4 points against the frickin' Giants. What are you talking about? We're from New York here. New York, not playing that good. Next up, 49ers versus the Rams. Woo, San Fran going to L.A. Woo, this is a rivalry. This is a California game. You got 63% of the money on the Niners. Here's the thing. The Rams are getting 7 points. Last week, the Rams were not favored to beat Seattle, and they did. 30-13. 30-13. So the Rams played well. Frisco smashed up the Steelers. I took that game wrong. Yeah. Christian McCaffrey might light them up, but I feel like LA's got Stafford, and they can hang in the game. With 7 extra points, I've got to go with LA Rams at home, underdog. Could be a plus money win. We're just going to take the +7 to be safe. LA +7 against San Francisco. This is a tough game, but that's 7 points in the NFL. 7 points is a lot. Okay? 7 points is a lot. Next. Ooh, are we getting into the curse? All right. Cowboy curse. The Cowboys giving away 8.5 points against the Jets that pulled the upset on the Bills. They pulled the Monday night upset. Aaron Rodgers, God bless him. He says he's going to come back in 2024 and play again. It'll be his 20th season. He's going to get a lot of rest this year. He's going to do a lot of off-season training. Poor man tore his Achilles. Sometimes I wonder how these top-tier quarterbacks get wrecked in the first 4 plays of the game. Is it really that bad? But he ain't playing. The Jets are in bits. And I was taking the Jets with the 8.5 points. That's my pick. But the thing is, I have a Cowboy curse. So if you paid attention, we're going to reverse the curse. That means we're taking the Cowboys -8.5 to smash the Jets at home in Dallas. That should be a fun one to watch. That's 9 points. That's not what I would pick, but I got to reverse the curse. Next game is the Washington Commanders going in to play the Broncos. And by the way, the public's 43% on the Cowboys. They're leaning on those Jets. I don't know, man. Still taking them Cowboys, -8.5. Washington Commanders, the Denver Broncos. So 2 teams I don't really like at all. The Broncos lost to the Raiders at home. Raiders! But the Raiders were +3 and they won the game. That was my pick of the week. And I usually don't bet on my team, but that one, I saw that one coming. With the plus 3.5 on the Raiders last week. Check this out. Washington is going into Denver. Washington beats the Cardinals at home by 4 points last week. Washington Commanders are getting 3.5 points going against the Denver Broncos. Because they're on the road? Does it matter? Once again, not feeling like the Commanders is like the team to play, but with 3.5 extra points to seal the deal against the Denver Broncos. And I think Jerry Jeudy got hurt, didn't he? Somebody got hurt over there. Listen, man, we're taking Washington Commanders, and we're not putting it on the parlay this week. But I am picking plus 3 Washington Commanders. This one's good. The Miami Dolphins are on the road for the second week in a row against the New England Patriots. The Patriots are plus 2.5. This is a division rivalry. If they were getting 3 points, I'd be more worried. Last week, Miami went into LA and actually whooped them 36-34. If I'm correct, 36-34. Upset city over there. So the Patriots got Mackie Jones. They lost to the Eagles. This is a crazy one, but what they're doing there in Miami, they're kind of good with Tua now. They got Hunt. They got Tua. Tua's name is crazy. All right? I'm taking the Miami Dolphins minus 2.5 this week. Why not? New England, they're good, but they ain't this good. I think Miami's got their number, man, and 3 points is just, they just need to win by 3. So we're taking Miami Dolphins minus 2.5. 2 last picks of the week coming up. We got the New Orleans Saints going against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina scored 10 points week 1. Carolina got smashed. Who smashed them? The Falcons. What's that about? Carolina didn't show much. And then the Saints go over there. What them Saints pull together? Saints. Yeah, they won. They beat the Titans at home by a point. They're minus 3 this week. I don't like minus 3, but the Panthers didn't show us nothing with their new quarterback. So, Heisman Trophy nominees and all that ain't going to get you nowhere in the NFL, but you got to put up the points for the win. Based on that, we're taking the Saints minus 3. If I was betting on it, if it was on a ticket, I don't like giving up points in the NFL. I just don't like doing it. It's not important enough. I'll just take the money line on that one. But for the spread picks, Saints minus 3. And the Monday Night Football game of the week, we got the Cleveland Browns, who really smashed on this powerful Cincinnati team. 4 points to 3. That's some defense and a half, Cleveland. Well played. Cheers to you. Cleveland's going to Pittsburgh. We're talking about a division rivalry 2 weeks in a row for the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh was at home last week. They lost 30-7. They put up 1 touchdown on the Niners. Niners are good, but we didn't expect one. They got a new quarterback over there in Pittsburgh too, man. So they ain't looking too good. They ain't looking too good at all. 69% of people taking them Browns right now, minus 3. Now, division rivalries are most often settled by 3 points or less. This is another game where I prefer to take the money line if I was betting my money on it right now in week 2. But these are spreads. This is the Vegas spread show. So we're taking the Browns. We're going to do a quick recap, everybody. Right now, we got the Lions minus 4.5. Buccaneers minus 2.5. Raiders plus 8. Chiefs minus 3. Ravens plus 3. Cardinals plus 4. I like that one. Rams plus 7. Kind of like that one. Jets, nope. Cowboys, reverse the curse. Cowboys minus 8.5. It's probably going to win. My curse is strong. We got the Dolphins minus 2.5. I like the money line. Saints, you know what I would do? I'd do the Miami Dolphins, the Saints, and the Browns on a money line 3-team parlay. But they are giving up 2.5 in Miami. Saints minus 3. Browns minus 3. My pick of the week is almost going to be like the Buccaneers, the Cardinals. If I had to put one more out there, with the spread. Let's go Rams plus 7. But really, I got a couple homes that I like better. Cardinals plus 4, Buccaneers minus 2.5. And yeah, it's only week 2, so I only got a couple really strong picks right now. Let's kick it up. Place your bets, but don't bet a lot, man. It's just week 2. I'll put in a little 16 parlay. That's it. Let's just get some action out there. Let's see what happens. If you've been watching this, man, hit a brother with a subscribe. We definitely ain't getting the views on the long form videos yet. We're getting the shorts going. Got a couple shorts picks out there. But I had to sit down and talk football with you because it is week 2 NFL Super Sunday. We out, baby. Enjoy your drinks and enjoy your football, everyone.